This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN.
We're never gonna leave you alone.
Because we have no sense of boundaries.
Slap her till she's smooth.
Oh, yeah. Look at it. Take it in. Oh, a little too heavy. Go down. Oh.
Alright, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. I'm here to summarize sarcastically, then give my actual review of Centaurworld. The ecstasy-ridden brainchild of Megan Nicole Dong, it's the story of a horse who is separated from a rider and longs to be enslaved again, embarking on a journey through Rick's Fruity Land to find a way back home in a simple quest that will involve, but is not limited to, genocide, suicide, caticide, attachment issues, and a shit ton of singing.
We're always together.
Splendid.
We're kind of codependent, but we're happier this way.
Shocker, the Netflix cartoon has a lot going on. This is how the review is gonna go down. I'm gonna give my sales pitch for Surfshark VPN, I'll do my quick sarcastic summary of the absolute musical acid trip that this show is, and then I'll give my actual review. And if you want to avoid spoilers, just use a time code that will appear right after these special messages. Welcome to Surfshark VPN, your one-click answer to all your internet needs. Look, I know that you should know what a VPN is by now, but let me break this down for Jeffrey in the back. See, using public Wi-Fi in coffee shops or airports is the technological equivalent of keeping your wallet 4 tables away and shouting your social security number. You're basically asking for your information to get stolen. But with VPNs, you can protect your info and stay safe. And it even allows you to make it look like you're in a different country, giving you access to region-locked content, which basically means you can cut down at least 3 different subscriptions by getting Surfshark. Like right now, I'm watching The Office on UK Netflix. Because God help me if I go back to paying anything. Surfshark is the ideal VPN for first-time buyers with its easy-to-use interface and the ability to be shared on multiple devices. And if you use a link in the description or use promo code Sarcastic, you can get it 83% off and for 3 months free. So there's never been a better time to try Surfshark VPN. So let's go back to my quick sarcastic summary and skip here if you just want to see the review and avoid spoilers. And this is how the story begins, with a child soldier and her horsey running around celebrating all the birthdays that just got canceled. Seeing off the massacre, they get chased off a cliff by a random horde. Then the MacGuffin activates and sends a horse to PBS hell.
Hello.
This is Centaurworld. Yes, it is all like this, and yet it is somehow still fucking terrifying.
What is this? Why was I made? Where did that go? Where did that go?
Fully aware of her existence and already praying for death, the horse has to hit the rainbow road in search of magic, and to learn how it's all about the friends she made along the way, and to cut other ones out of her life. Down the multi-brick road, the infighting between Helicopter and Let 'em Die Moms has hit a feverish pitch, with a natural disaster tar nearly putting an end to the sweetest friend group since diabetes.
Completely and utterly nude.
We're all nude here.
More Eyes Than Head nearly dies, Bad Girl leaves, sobs herself to sleep, and the friend group takes her back with pity. With their next magical friendship adventure involving property damage. So they finally get to meet a hungry shaman who wastes no time in gaslighting the horse so that she can emotionally abuse her old student again, with the horse realizing she might be going crazy. So she copes by telling other people what to do.
So purry that it makes my eyeballs have feelings.
Still more sane than them though.
A friendship.
With every boat we fix that we broke.
Also, the Finch's dentist is fucking his mom. So yeah, lots of humor is flying over the younger audience's head. Shaman, after letting everyone cry themselves silly, gets them the hell out of there by sending them on a quest to complete the key. Also, Amelia is here. Moving on to Lost Woods, Mama Twink has a mental breakdown, arriving at the wish-granting trees, who skip the journey bullshit and just go right to what they need, which for this group is for your farts to be the only thing that aren't talking shit about you, for the horses to become what he hates, the sleep pop depression, and to watch your friend become an orphan and get told to fuck off by the wish granters. And in revenge, they just kick the shit out of the tree, steal the key piece, proving violence solves everything, but the ominous lullaby scares the crap out of me. Later, everyone is just starving to death, so they sing about it.
Where does food come from?
Oh no.
wandering till I crash at some stranger's place who has every YouTuber's favorite thing, lore murals. Only problem, the bear owner is into Warhammer.
I'm gonna go.
Gets a JoJo reference in, Horse wins the internet by starting an obviously wrong argument the nerd can't help but waste time correcting. But in the meantime, she can free herself, but is now stuck with a new look because the toonitis is spreading. Journeying into the abyss, everyone ends up in prison where they immediately trade Jackass for food. Making me uncomfortable, Doug tells them that they're screwed, but the horse starts talking out her ass and everything gets worse from there.
Goodbye!
Body horror runs into a musical one, getting dragged to the undercoat. Thankfully, the golden rule of life works out.
No, I won't. People forgive you if you're likable, and I'm the most charming SOB anyone's ever met.
Mole gives them the next key piece and sends them on their way.
Oh! Hey, guys!
Just in case you're getting comfortable, the next episode is a Cats reference.
Does anyone have a high heel?
Angry Diva is pissed that he's back at his ex's place, and to get this next key piece, they need to win a talent show. But the zebra's Tiger Daddy is here and being difficult. Zilius can't compete because he remembers VHS, so Horse participates, fucks it up, stays true to herself, loses anyway, because the less talented white guy in the room. So they just end up stealing the thing.
Fine, Horse.
Alright, Mama's trying to get fishy with a Kiwi. Turns out she likes full bush and is willing to go below her standards for guitarists. The depressed Horse runs into whale-assisted suicide.
Time of day.
Our friend just jumped into a whale, you psychopath!
Yeah, so they have to pull the horse out of depression, making the whale realize eating people maybe isn't the answer. And Wamawink's crush goes back to his girlfriend, who just Wama but better in every way. Okay, just final temple. All the pieces are here except now we have to just deal with abandonment issues because everyone has to have one these days. All these attempts to be clean are cut short by a different weirdo.
Uncomfortable dog.
Get those heartfelt goodbyes. Horse finally sees her owner again, who has no idea who this talking horse is, but accepts that this is just her life now. Trying to let her friends know she's okay, they get trapped by Amelia, who doesn't want to let the lich out. So everyone outside wants to go check on their friend. They don't know that Horse is in trouble. They just really want another goodbye.
And die, little ones. Rush now into the middle of no.
Never mind, listen to the crazy old lady. Giving one of the best numbers in the show, she dips, but Bug Eye's got the key. Opening the door to find the mud monster. Gags are fun, then it gets serious. Old lady shows up to choke one more time. Money says this thing used to be her son or some other thing. Human finishes off, except nope, it's alive. That's a season 2 problem. The rest is hugs, dead thugs, bittersweet partings. Absolutely insane show. Now let me just give you my real thoughts.
Centaurworld.
So Centaurworld is 10 5-hour energy drinks, non-stop high energy, and absolute madness. It never feels like it's trying too hard, or just being crazy just for the sake of it, with the exception of the giraffe.
I'm proud of you. My wish came true.
Everything else, there's an absolute method to the madness, which impresses the hell out of me because, based off the trailers, I could not get a read on this show. Because the animation goes from YA to kindergarten kids. If you show either one of these looks to people, they will come away with wildly different ideas about what the show will be about. So let me just clear it a little up, explain what this show actually is. See, on one hand, we have an Angstopia, which is very much the background lore of this show. This whole world is a little bit screwed up, and people are just trying to cope. There's always a sense that both worlds are secretly a shit show, and no one is as happy as they pretend to be, which makes a goofier style gel with what is essentially a war story. But the happy madness, with those fucked up jokes in between, is the dominant tone of the series, with the centaurs perfectly fitting the high energy chaos. Like, they're a special group. So just going down the list of who we have a Giraffe Himbo, the Drama King Best Boy, the Asshole Who Suffers, the Creator doing a funny voice, Finding Nemo 2, plus dozens of distinct and weirdly horny side characters. But with the main 6, they will make or break this show for you. If you are down to clown with these idiots, you will have a lot of fun. If not, no shame. You're just not as enlightened as me. Or you are forced to watch it with someone else, in which case I can see every syllable feeling like a personal attack on your eardrums. But if you can accept that these characters are
They're a lot.
the comedy from this crowd of hooved weirdos will probably win you over. I personally found Zulius to be my favorite of the group. I love divas who are vain and way into themselves, but the fact that he's actually a team player removes the more negative part of that character trope. And I think that my favorite episode had to be the 2019 Cats reference, if just because it brought back way too much trauma. Horace and Womlink are the most developed of the main cast, and I think they fit this show perfectly as the leads, as we get to watch the teen mom with abandonment issues struggle with a strong, independent woman who has no idea what's going on anymore, with the team's resident klepto providing probably some of the darkest moments in this series, with her delivery just being perfect.
Well, she gone!
Ched is just your suffering asshole who cares, but again, if I was gonna cut anyone out, it'd be Durpleton. He's dumb fun, and that just being random idiot humor is the least interesting thing in this show for me. He has moments, but not enough to keep him around. The side characters really shine in this too. There's just so much wild imagination brought into every single one of these little Centaur worlds with these characters. I'm like, okay, what are we gonna see next? Like, it's not just oh, what's the personality gonna be like? What are they gonna look like? What type of like Centaur are we gonna see next? Because this world has everything and they can do anything with it. And I just find that so creative. I found so much joy in like, okay, what's happening? Like, what's really going on? Is this gonna be serious? Is it gonna be more fun and lighthearted? And like, oh, it's fun, but it's also still dark, and it's just, I love it. But enough about the cast, let's talk about the music, because
And we're basically doing a musical.
yeah, it's a musical filled with songs, power ballads, and random techno moments. Now these songs take up a lot of the runtime. They never feel pointless or shoehorned in. Everyone expresses themselves in song in this universe. And if musicals aren't your thing, I don't see you liking this show too much. And just the closest comparison I'm gonna make, this show feels a lot like Steven Universe, where a lot of the main emotional beats are covered musically, with character drama and insecurities being sprinkled into the lyrics. So yes, they are essential reading for the plot and character motivations. I do think they're fun little bops to listen to. But if I'm being completely honest, outside like Zulius' song and the one by Amelia at the end, there wasn't anything that had me like there wasn't anything that had made me smash that replay button. They're all good. None of them are bad or anything like that. They're just not really my musical cup of tea. Like, to put it this way, there's a lot of giant women, but there's no stronger than you. There are a lot of bops, but no bangers. There's nothing that makes me want to just smash that replay button. But overall, I think across the board, all the music in this show is good. And I think a lot of you might get more enjoyment out of this than me, because I did have to binge all this at once, and I definitely think that hurt my overall enjoyment, because once you're just like blitzing through 10 episodes with 3 songs each in it, it makes it hard for that music to stand out. I've never seen a show like Centaurworld. It's very unique, but also makes me hesitant, because while I think a lot of people will love this show, your enjoyment of it will be based solely on your personal preferences. Like, if you like the music, cool, you might like it. You might like the story, but maybe the designs aren't really what you're looking for. There's all these little things and style choices that like, it makes the show so distinct, but it's not like anything else. So when you go into this, just remember that personal preference is probably gonna really play into it, more than a lot of the other shows I've recommended in the past. But I do think everyone should give this show a shot, or take 5, because I didn't think I was gonna like this one. It looked too kiddie, and I didn't think it would commit to the darker edge it hinted at in the trailer. But I don't think it just committed. It dives head first. Because this, weirdly enough, doesn't feel like it's a kid's show. Like, that's why I say when I don't know who to recommend this to. It says it's like for 7+, but I don't know what the age range is for this show besides cartoon lovers. So like, if you like cartoons, you'll probably love this. I would never see this being like, oh, baby's first cartoon. There's so many different flavors getting thrown at you. I see this just being a little bit of a harder sell for the uninitiated, because I love dark humor, and this show is chock full of it. As for my other praises, this is Netflix, and it isn't Hoops, so as always, the animation looks pretty stellar. They commit to these facial expressions. They were able to make the 2 distinct styles of the different worlds blend together in a way that, while not being seamless, complements it nicely. Horace looking way different from every other character in the show creates a contrast that draws attention to how out of place she is, even though after a while you stop noticing it, till she gets tunified. This show's a wild ride. I've never seen anything quite like it. It's funny, it's got good music, lovable, mostly lovable characters, and it's definitely worth checking out. If this seems right for you, give it a try. It's on Netflix, so I know you can watch it legally, so give it a shot. 7.5 something out of 10, try it out. This has been Sarcastic Course, and I'd like to thank you all for watching this reviewery, and subscribe to hear more sarcastic thoughts. Love you all, except you, Jeffrey. You know what you did. Peace out. Bye.